how are you?
Great, thank you.
Hi everyone, it's Sage from Backstage 360, and I am here with violinist extraordinaire, Mr. Mark Wood, who I've had the honor of twice now interviewing here at NAMM.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
You too. I want to talk about a couple of things, but let's start off with why you're here at NAMM, and let's talk about these beautiful instruments and how they came to be, a little bit of the background, the history, maybe what some of your favorite ones are, and what you got going on this year in the future.
Absolutely. We are super excited about being part of pretty much almost 25 years of coming to the NAMM show. And we love NAMM because they really celebrate the power of music through instruments. This is the hardware. Music is the software. So we have developed cutting-edge instruments, and we continue to develop that. We have new products from our new Viper finishes, and we've got instruments here, and we continue to inspire the industry, which pretty much hasn't changed in 400 years. So I'm called a disruptor. I come in and say, let's change this up a little bit and really look at where we're headed in the 21st century in the next 20 years with strings. So I'm the leader of the pack on that one.
Can you tell me what you've got going on this year for yourself, your music, if you're touring, if you're in the studio, what's going on with your youth orchestra, what's going on with Lara? Maybe give me about a 12-month look into the future.
Absolutely. We just finished our PBS special that premiered about a month ago in Sioux Falls, where we had 3,000 young musicians and 11,000 seats sold out. We filmed it, and we are working with PBS and planning a big tour this year. Additionally, I've got my own TV show. And
that's new.
Film crew that's going to follow me around to not only my concerts and my performances with my new record called Turbo, but we also want to go and inspire a new generation of kids to play music. So it's a very exciting year this year.
And speaking of kids, let's talk about Electrify Your Strings. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about the program, where students can go to get involved in it, where supporters can go to get involved in it, and maybe where some of the students might be performing.
Absolutely. It's the most exciting time for us because for many, many, many years after I left Juilliard, the string world and orchestras have been challenged by a changing audience and different demands. So when we go into schools, we love to introduce the three most essential elements of the 21st century: improvising, technology, and global styles, not just classical music, not just jazz, not just hip hop, but everything, so that the kids have a chance to express their own personal viewpoint instead of just Mozart. So it's a very exciting time for us. We've finally broken through that, and we are empowering every school district in the country and the world. So we're taking over the world.
He's already taken over the world. So can I talk to you about Elijah a little bit?
Oh, I'd love to talk. My favorite subject.
Okay, well, the first time I saw you and Elijah, she was about 12 years old, and you guys were performing in San Diego, and it was my first Mark Wood concert, and I was just blown away. Venue, maybe not so much, but the music was awesome. It was the first time I've ever seen you perform in the dark. But also, Elijah was performing with you that night, and I understand that she's touring now with Shania, right? So let's talk a little bit about what she's got going on and the rock star that she's become.
Oh, absolutely. My favorite subject, and my wife, Laura, who's our singer and works with choirs, is our magnificent child, who's very, very unique, super, super smart, and super talented. You know, I mean, it was just such an amazing thing to see her develop into the magnificent musician. Now, check this out. Shania Twain, world tour, just finished about a month ago. We traveled with them, but we're not on stage. We're in the audience for the first time, pretty much crying every night, watching Elijah kick butt, drum solo in a Shania Twain show is unheard of. Elijah had his own moment to perform with that, and we toured around, and so it's to watch our child really chart new territory on really interesting cultural events, as you know, because as you know, Elijah was born a boy, and Elijah is transgender, and it was the most empowering, incredible experience as parents to witness this beauty of blossoming into a powerhouse person. So it's been wonderful.
Came into her own. Is that Laura over there?
Yes.
Do you think we can get her over here to say a couple words? Let's see what we can. I'll move over here.
Absolutely.
I'll move over here.
You can squeeze up here.
Hi there.
Hi, everybody. This is the gorgeous Laura Wood, rock star in her own right. And maybe you could talk about what you got going on here at NAMM and what you've been doing lately.
Well, we are the busiest, most incredible hub for all electric string players in the world. It has been so exciting to meet new, young, fresh players interested in doing something different and something unique, which is what we cultivate in everyone that we come in contact with. Is you need an instrument to express your soul. It can't just be a box with strings. Mark may have already said that, but it has to be something that inspires you and motivates you to be the best musician and artist that you can possibly be.
I love you guys. You guys are such an inspiration to everybody. I don't want to take too much more of your time, so can we wrap this up and let our audience know where we can find your music, where we can find out about Electrify Your Strings, maybe get involved with it, a couple of websites or Twitter accounts?
You want to help with that?
Absolutely. You can find our violins at woodviolins.com. You can find out about our music education outreach program at electrifyyourstrings.com. We can find out about Mark at markwoodmusic.com.
Yep, Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram,
yeah.
LaraKayemusic.com, that's me.
Laura's great singing.
She is.
I work with the choirs in our Electrify Your Strings program, so it's my job to motivate them and get them to break out of their shell.
I saw you perform here several years ago out in the lobby, and I was just like, oh my God, these guys are just like unbelievable. You're like not even human. Well, I appreciate you guys taking the time with us today. It was awesome. Enjoy the show. And do you think you guys would hang around for a photo or two?
Our pleasure.
Okay.
Do anything.
All right. All right, it's Siege. We'll see you on the floor.
Hello, this is Bill at Backstage360.com. We're back at the NAMM show, and we're here at the Wampler pedal booth, and we're here with Brian. How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing good. How are you?
So, what's all Wampler pedals all about? Tell us.
Well, we've got a bunch of different pedals, obviously. We have a lot of drives. We're kind of known as a drive company, but we do a lot of other things as well. For example, the newest one we have is a modulator, and it's a multi-modulator. It does like phase, it does flanger, univibe, more like of a slow gear type of volume envelope. And it also does a chorus, and we'll probably add some more things before release. It's got savable presets, it's got MIDI, expression pedal out.
Sounds pretty versatile.
It's completely different than what we've ever done before.
How long did it take you guys to come up with that design and start working on it?
That was about a year and a half in the making.
I bet.
So yeah, so
A
we
lot
have
of testing.
a lot of testing, and it's a new platform for us. So we have probably 4 or 5 different similar ideas. Not all modulation, but just pedals that do a lot more than one trick.
Right. Come on, hey, here we got Greg Marra, Wampler pedals. Greg, come on in here, Greg. Talk to us.
What's up, Bill? How's it going?
Doing?
Here with the boss, Brian Wampler. Been working this booth for maybe 5 years, something like that, maybe 4. But it's a real pleasure. I wouldn't be honest with you. I wouldn't work the NAMM show if I wasn't working the Wampler booth.
Well, it's a pretty nice booth. I mean, you guys are kind of open. People can walk right up to it, plug right in, and test them all out.
Absolutely, that's the point. Yeah, encourage everyone to come in and try out everything he has in the line, not just the new stuff. And I think NAMM is about what's your brand new, state-of-the-art pedal, and it's like I feel like it's okay to have an awesome design from 2 years ago that someone didn't know about that they'll discover here at the show, because a lot of like guitar centers or even Sam Ash or the mom and pop shops that are dealers, they're not gonna. I don't think they're always gonna have everything set up like you'll find here. And the thing that's cool about Brian's pedals is they're all set up, and there's no like noise stacking. I there's probably some engineering behind that,
Yeah.
but that's why Wampler pedals, in my mind, beside the tone is awesome. It lets the guitar do what it does, it lets the pickups do what they do, and the player, you hear the player come through, and then the pedal is going to assist in that, I think. I think there's so many pedals on the market that they override what the player's doing. They override what the amp's supposed to do, and they take over. That's my take on Wampler pedals.
Brian, how long have you been using them as your test subject?
Oh, God. It's been about 4 or 5 years, I bet. Yeah.
4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Right on.
So-
So Greg, you've got some other things going on. Why don't you tell me about that? You got a show coming up and some projects in the works?
Yeah, we're playing Friday night at Chasers Lounge. We're at 3 minutes now, as she's saying. She'll cut that out. Playing at Chasers Lounge Friday night, 9 o'clock, with my full band, Plenty Heavy. Be at the Wampler booth the entire show. And I've got some other little spots I'm doing at the NAMM show. But in March, we're playing with Mark Slaughter in Portland. So that's kind of the next big cool thing we have coming up. Other than that, maybe doing a new record this year with Plenty Heavy, and just kind of taking it easy, you know.
So how many of these pedals do you take with you on the road when you're doing? Do you keep kind of a minimum set for breakdown and setup?
Easy. I like a boost pedal and a delay pedal. Yeah, all the other stuff I would like to think is, for me, best for the studio. Like a chorus pedal. I'm not going to have a chorus pedal on tour, ever. But in the studio, you always want those ambient layers, far left, far right in the stereo field. And that's where you're going to have a nice sounding, clean, and analog. That, to me, it's one thing. I like digital, I get it. I like an amp. I like a tube amp, low wattage. I like a good pedal in front of that amp, but not too much else. I just want it to kind of be what my hands are doing, and for the boost pedal to assist the front end of the amp, and for the amp to do what it's supposed to do as a tube amp. So you can see why I'm so comfortable at this booth. It's everything that I love, you know.
Absolutely. It's very simple setup here, and you guys, it's one of the best setups I've ever seen. Just come in, plug in, play, and go.
That's the idea, and we also have a headphone station for guys that some people just don't want to play in front of everybody, but they still want to hear what's going on. So.
Right. So what, is there anything planned for the future? Do you guys got some top secret stuff in the works next year?
Lots of new things planned for 2019, 2020.
Okay, well, we'll stay in contact with you because we'd like to know about that and check it out.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you guys. I appreciate it, Greg.
Thanks, man.
Brian, thank you so much. This is Bill at Backstage 360 at the Wampler booth with Greg and Brian. We're out. This is Bill at Backstage360.com here at NAMM at the Ibanez booth with Mr. Paul Holdgate. How you doing, Paul?
Great. On my left here is Ben Powell,
How you doing? How's it going?
and this is Emery Fry.
Hello there.
So Ben does Atlanta and Florida, and now Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right.
And Emery does the Florida Panhandle. He does Texas, the state of the USA of Texas, right? Yeah. And we're all reps. We sell this stuff. I've done this for 21 years. You 8
8 years with the company.
8 years? 7 years. Yeah.
That's quite a history you got going on there, guys.
Yeah, we love it.
So what else is new? What's happening this year at NAMM that maybe an improvement or something that's happening for the company since last year?
Well, Emery is our demo monkey. It says so right there. Demo monkey. And so tell them a little bit.
Met a bunch of new stuff. A lot of great partnerships with our friends in the industry, with Bare Knuckles pickups, Fishman pickups. DiMarzio has been ever since the beginning of Ibanez Electrics. We've been partnered with DiMarzio. So we just try to spread the love around the industry and do a lot of really cool projects and new guitars, like this lovely Iceman ukulele.
That's beautiful. Yeah, there you go. Demo that thing, man. Let's
Demo monkey.
demo. Go ahead and give us a little demo.
That's right.
It's very nice. Now, is this new?
Yeah. Yeah. Everything, anything in here that says new, we've got a lot of new products that you just see. I mean,
That's beautiful.
but electrics, and the company is so diverse. We have everything from, the company is Ibanez, Tama, and then we are distributing 2-box and hard case, and and Alhambra acoustic, the classical guitars from Spain.
Those, I'm looking at the wall behind you guys, and those are just absolutely beautiful.
Every one of them handmade in Spain.
So how many do you get to play in demo?
I just sell them.
Nobody wants to hear him play.
Nobody wants to hear him play?
No.
But I did. Speaking of playing, Ben is starting to play with Artemis Pyle right now.
We're
Artemis.
actually doing a tribute thing in Atlanta with Artemis Pyle, Rich Ward from Stuck Mojo and Fozzy. Chris Jericho is going to be there. So, yeah, we're doing a gig.
We like Chris Jericho. He's pretty awesome.
He is.
And what are you doing? You just
Selling.
You're just
selling.
He's just
across-
got you selling.
That's right. Selling across 7 states and living windshield to windshield, store to store, spreading the word. You know.
He's full of crap. He played with Andy Timmons. He's been doing a lot. This is a killer guitar player right here. He used to be the demo monkey for Fender. That's where I met him, at the Crest Theater in Sacramento for Skip's Stairway to Stardom. That was the first time we met. It was like, that had to have been like 10 years ago, I think. or something.
Nice. Do you want to give us a little strum on that one? That's a beautiful model. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Well, this is our new series, and they got thin necks and pointy headstocks. What do I need to say, man? This is $299.
It's a good transition guitar for the electric guy.
Yeah, it sounds killer.
Beautiful.
Guitar
Beautiful.
faces.
Guitar faces. So do you have anything new coming up? I know NAMM's usually where you present what's happening for the next year, but is there any like projects going on that are coming on down the road for you guys?
Well, this is the last day of NAMM, and that's why my throat, you can barely hear me.
We win in that scenario. We can't hear him.
Yeah,
I can't hear him because I can't hear him.
I know, right? Drummers.
Yeah,
It's drummers, yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. We've got some great artists that are going to go out and do clinics with, throughout the year. I have a huge territory. My territory is all of California, Oregon, Washington, Alaska, Hawaii, Colorado.
So you use the company helicopter, right?
No, I wish there was a helicopter. And now both of their territories have been expanded. So this is going to be a killer year for us. I mean, Ben just got Nashville, and he used to do Nashville years ago. Anyway.
I lived there for 5 years, so familiar with the territory. It's a great place. It's hopefully make some really good inroads with Ibanez in Nashville. Get some.
Excellent. Okay. Social media, website, where do people go other than the typical Sweetwater and whatever?
Ibanez.com.
Are you on the or on the website?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Why would they want me on there?
You're the man.
They could see me at ccseeger.com. That's Randy Scholes and me.
How did I know you were going to plug that?
And Ben.
Where can we find you, Ben?
You can find me pretty much just trolling around, or you can find me on Instagram. If I can remember. I do actually. It's Ben Powell Vox. So, VOX.
That's for vocals for you.
Yeah.
And what about you? Do you have any particular website or social media people to check you out at?
No, just my own, but I camp out on the Ibanez Facebook, Ibanez Instagram, seeing all the cool videos that the guys in Japan
And
put out.
he camps out at rest stops too.
Well, I am on the road all the time.
He knows a truck stop.
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure talking with all three of you. It was kind of a surprise, and a pleasure to meet you. Paul, thank
the
you
best,
so much.
man.
No, you're the best, man. This is Bill at Backstage 360 with Paul, Holdgate, and the gang. Ibanez. See you on the floor.